Good morning to you.
Morning.
How are you doing today?
Good, how are you?
Not so bad, not so bad.
Haven't even really talked to you this morning.
Well, it's Friday. Great to see you guys. We appreciate it. Thank you for joining us today. We got two topics for you. We're going to get to those just in a second after this one over here does some roll call.
Roll call. Who's here? Chat your name in. If you're new, we love seeing our new people. Chat your name in. We've met a lot of cool people just by them attending TNT. So if you know anybody that might benefit from this morning routine that we have of a little coaching, just a little, just this and that, then share the link with them and invite them to join us. So chat your name in. Let us know you're here.
Very good. Thank you very much for that. Before we got started, you should have spent those 5 minutes there between 8:40 and 8:45, and now you see that countdown corner in the upper right-hand side. You should have been doing some social media then. And then as soon as we're done, you jump on and do the hardest thing in your day, right?
Yeah.
But today, reminder that directly after TNT, we have...
Show me your listings. Stacy's going to hop on there for us. I have a meeting I have to attend, but... she will take it away, and you guys will have great conversations about listings.
So that'll be a Zoom meeting with Shana.com, and you should be there regardless if you have listings yourself or if you have buyers, right? It's a good time to kind of meet these things. But what you will be learning is what a great listing looks like. We'll analyze that, and then for each one in particular, right, we'll discuss it. So you can learn from what other people are doing with their properties to prepare for when you have a listing.
Yeah, or if you have a buyer in need, bam, maybe you connect them with one of our upcoming listings. So.
Okay, that's awesome.
Yeah.
So for today with our topics, we have becoming a neighborhood expert. That was a holdover from yesterday, so that'll be our first topic. And then after that, we have a stress reducer for you.
Ooh.
So we'll be going over that. I feel like there's been a lot of people stressed recently.
I agree.
Not just work related, but personal and social media. And I just feel this like avalanche of stuff around. And I just we'll discuss how to maybe clarify that and cut through it.
Just some things to think about.
Like a knife in hot butter. That's what we'll be doing there for us.
Ready to roll?
I am. Are you as an agent wanting to become a neighborhood expert? That's Shana Acquisto. She's a luxury real estate broker, and I don't even know what I'm talking about. So what we're going to do is discuss some real estate and talk about how you as an agent can specifically get better in one area, one specific neighborhood. So we're going to go ahead and have Omkar pull up the correct link for us here, and we'll chat that in, and we'll share it on the screen, and then off we'll go. Super excited to be sharing this with you guys here, right? So we have 9 shortcuts to learning your market thanks to Inman and a couple of different things here. I shared one of these yesterday specifically with all the stuff that Zillow is providing you with as a resource and how you can go ahead and grab free data from Zillow. It was an amazing topic. So you have all of that, but this is about becoming a neighborhood expert.
Okay.
So Shana, do you want to talk about some of these things?
Sure.
Like that you think would kind of be on here.
Okay.
And we'll start pulling through it, right? So I'll control the mouse and drag us down
I think you guys may not even realize it, but I think people may view you as a neighborhood expert, and you may not even think you are. How many of your neighbors, when you walk outside just to get the mail, like, hey, did you see so-and-so's moving? Hey, did you hear this? Hey. And they look to you as their real estate resource.
Nice.
So you could easily become that expert just really simply by not doing too much.
There you go. By getting your mail. That's how you become the neighborhood expert. That's step 1A. Get your mail.
If your neighbor says, hey, did you see so-and-so listed their home? You should be like, yeah, you should have already known that. Right? Number 1 on this list is preview listings. So in your neighborhood, you need to know what's going on. And if something is new to the market, go attend it. Go look at it. Go preview it.
And you should probably have a safe search set up for your neighborhood specifically, so that every time one comes up, ding, you get it, and you know as soon as it's coming soon, right?
Yep, for sure.
Okay.
Yeah, so
that's
definitely
step
preview the
one.
listings. And that's a great way, whether you're a veteran agent or a new agent, to go in and understand price points and trends and all of that good stuff. So
Wow.
really
As
good.
a freshly licensed newbie, one thing that our broker suggested is I preview 10 listings a day. Whoa.
That's a lot.
Go see 10 listings a day.
Are there? Yeah, there for a while, there weren't 10 listings to view. So
Well, so what they're trying to do is teach you. They're trying to get you out, right? And by being out, you'll meet more people. And by meeting more people, you'll have opportunities to do things.
Yeah.
So sometimes it's weird. You have to think about what the request is actually asking.
Right.
So they're saying, like, get moving. And they're setting a specific number.
Yeah.
And, like, get out of your house, get out of the office, whatever that is.
Yeah.
And go see things. By seeing things, you'll gain knowledge. And by gaining this knowledge, then you become valuable. So,
Yep.
yeah.
I think that's really good. And I would take it a step further and get to know who the listing agent is, right? Because if you're not the listing agent, it's in your neighborhood, you should know who that is, why they chose them. I think that's helpful.
There you go. And it doesn't necessarily just have to be in your specific neighborhood that you live in. It could be any neighborhood that you're, like, farming or, like, whatever you are
Yes.
kind of trying to do, where you're trying to become the expert.
Yeah.
Now, this is a big one that I like to talk about a lot, right? It's walk and drive the neighborhoods. So it's like actually participate in it. See what you would do. So if you're going to a listing or you're going to any type of appointment for a client to go show them something, one of my suggestions is always to take time and be prepared. But be fully prepared and totally invest so that you're ready with your time. You know, you're going to be going out there. You might as well do it right. So anytime that you're showing a property, I suggest knowing the neighborhood schools, going to the middle, elementary, and high school, but directly from the property.
Yeah.
So you know how to get there. So you see if there's any obstacles, right? Like
Or
something
shortcuts.
Yeah, whatever that happens to be, right? Like you would want to know something like to get to the middle school, you have to cross train tracks or a busy road or any one of those things, right? Like something weird that you might pick up. So if you physically drive it, you'll pick that up.
You know, we used to bike ride on road bikes, and we would go through the trails on different neighborhoods, actually in Plano. And it's really funny. I'd been in these particular neighborhoods over and over again, but when I was on a bike, I was able to see it in a whole different way, and it was really interesting. So, you know, when you walk around and you know what's going on in that neighborhood, what the amenities are, and even the surrounding, where, you know, what's the shopping like around there, and, you know, what restaurants are around there. So
some of the suggestions there would be to participate in that neighborhood. So if it's not yours, but it's one that you want to be really good with, is go enjoy the park that's there. Use the hike and bike trail. Take your kids and have a picnic dinner, right? But just participate in that neighborhood where you want to sell. And you'll start to learn things. You'll see, like, oh, the people are nice. There's a lot of young people. There's a lot of older people. There's a lot of couples. There's a lot of this. There's a lot of active people. This is going on here. Now you have something to share. Because when you're talking to your client and you say something very powerful like, hey, you know, once a week I go to a different neighborhood. I've been in this neighborhood. I've been on the park. I've went on the hike and bike trail. As you get a little bit further down here, there's this weird area where the wind comes over and it gets a little chilly. And you're like, whoa.
yeah,
That's like a real fact that you know about this neighborhood. And then you can share that.
So a funny story is we had a client, they moved here from California years ago, and schools were very important to them. So we told them, hey, the bus stop's right here, very close to this home that you're looking at. And, you know, they just kind of wanted to know what type, you know, what the demographics were, like, you know, a little bit more about the kids.
Yep.
So we had him, we said, you know what, here's where the bus stops, just go hang out there, and, you know, you might meet other parents and so forth. So it was really funny that he went and he had this little car and he sat there and he watched it in the morning and then the afternoon. And then on the neighborhood Facebook page, people were like, has anyone seen this creepy man in this little car, you know, sitting outside looking at all the kids. No kid gets in his car, so he doesn't have kids. Like, it was really kind of funny. So.
Creeper clients brought to you by Shana Acquisto.
So that brings, this isn't on the list, but if you can join a neighborhood, Facebook page or your Nextdoor app and then kind of understand what the community is saying about the neighborhood, that gives you really good insight.
And that's amazing, right? So that feedback there is spectacular. So
I was like,
I would be like, wow, thanks for looking out. There's a lot of concerned people, and it's a very neighborhood-centric, that people are well-connected. They know what's going on. They identify one unique car, right, after being there just for a morning and an afternoon, and they're asking questions. Those are people who genuinely care.
Yeah.
And who like their neighborhood. Maybe there's a lot of like nosy neighbors in there.
Well, and I'm like, now you got to go back and show these people who you really are, so they don't think you're like creeping on kids.
Yeah. Oh, good. Go back a third time. That's a good idea.
You should go back on foot. Ditch the
Oh,
car.
my word. All right, Shana. So what I want to do there is I want to say that's a great topic.
Yeah.
We're going to hit pause on this. Maybe we'll come back next time and hit on it and do Becoming a Neighborhood Expert Part Dos.
Oh, yeah.
So,
Like it.
but what I first want to do is go ahead and conclude this topic for now.
Okay.
And we'll jump back in next time. Here are 6 steps to relieve some stress and negativity from your world. This article just popped up. It was pretty neat. And we're going to go ahead and share it. And so the reason why I think this is important is the world is super crazy right now. It really is. Things have changed so much. People staying home, all this stuff like social media, stress, like all of this. There is this cumulative effect.
And our market is we're starting to see a little change in our market, which is, if you haven't experienced it, it can be a little unsettling, right?
Yeah.
So this article I found, I'll tell you, this is kind of interesting, but so at our land out in McKinney, I've been, looking into planting a garden. That's something I've always wanted to do. So I was just looking at articles about a garden and this and that, and then it kind of led me to this pulling weeds, and then I was like, weeds? And I just started digging into it, and
digging.
Somehow
Who got that one? Digging.
I got to this, which is so random, but I look at things as maybe a sign. So this was really interesting that it was talking about if you wanted to grow a stress-free garden, you've got to pull the weeds. And I was like, interesting. Okay. So it led me to this article about how negativity can really play on, it's a cause of your stress. Like negativity in all aspects of your life. So I started reading this, and I thought it would be interesting. I thought it was interesting, and I wanted to share with you guys.
Okay.
So what this was a way to remove stress in your business, in your life, right? And so you can be more productive. And one of the items was cut out negativity. So I just landed on this, and I was reading it, and you have to, if you want to be stress-free, you've got to cut things out, right? We've all talked about that before.
Whether it's volunteering too much for something, like we talk about some of these, right? Maybe it's too much.
It's too much.
So just stop certain actions that you don't want.
But you know what? You guys are all in control of your business.
Yes.
And there is no time for negativity. It's easy in the world that we live in right now, and all of the things we see on TV and going on, that it's negative.
Okay.
You hear all these negative things. So it causes you to have this negativity, and it really is not healthy. So it came up with 6 steps to free yourself from negativity, and I thought it'd be good to go through it. So one, realizing your own value. That's hard because we might be very outgoing and great at what we do, but it seems like that we have some lack of confidence amongst really professional people that you would not think would be feeling that way. So everyone has a unique character, right? And that's what makes you special. Don't try to be like somebody else. Realize your own value, what you bring to the table.
Great point.
Right? And don't let anybody make you feel bad about that. If you like something that's really not really common amongst others, it's okay. That's what makes you unique. Own it, be proud of who you are, and realize your value. The second one was identify the negative people in your life. Sometimes you don't even realize they're negative. We all want to help people. That's what we do for a living. So we're out there helping people and trying, and sometimes you just keep trying, and you just keep getting slapped in the face. I know we've all experienced that.
All right, so real quick, if you would, we're at 9 o'clock right now. If everyone just takes out their phone and holds it up and takes a picture of the screen, what you're going to then do is have all of this information, right? And now when you have it, you can refer back to it later on and just think about it subconsciously for the rest of the day.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And see what you can do and see as this picture comes up where you should be going with it. So what we want to do is just let you take a look.
Yeah.
Think about it. Okay? So what we're going to do for just a moment is just pause and be quiet.
Yeah.
And I'm going to let you look at the screen, read it yourself, and think to it. And we're going to just reflect for a moment.
I think this would be good to just take a photo of, like you said, and when you're like feeling a little stressed, look it up. Are you doing these things? Because I think negativity can really weigh heavy, and it's not good. It's not good for your home life, for your work life, for your kids' life, whatever it is. And it, we've got to start eliminating some of the stress in our life. So
there we go.
There you
Topic
go.
concluded. Hit the bell. Okay, go ahead. Today's real estate word of the day, brought to you by Mike Acquisto, is loan officer. A loan officer, also referred to by a variety of other terms such as lender, loan representative, loan rep, account executive, and others. Okay? What it is a loan officer serves several functions and various responsibilities. They solicit loans, and they represent the lending institution that they with borrowers to the lending institution. Loan officer. Done. Well, that's a wrap for us today. We covered 2 topics, kind of halfway. Those were good, and there's more things to go through on each one of them, but it's time for Show Me Your Listings right now. So if you would, go to zoommeetingwithshana.com, and we'll see you guys over there in just a couple of moments. Thank you guys for joining us. We'll hit on topic B of those, and we'll do those as holdover topics each and dig deeper, because I think there is some nuggets in there that we would like to recover. Done for the day. Have a great weekend. I'm super excited for you guys. I feel things. I feel them. Good vibes to you. See you soon. Okay. Let's go topic 1, sir.
Yes. Becoming a neighborhood expert.
Okay. Nice.
Again. Okay, got it. And second topic, 6 steps to relieve your negativity.
I don't have enough fingers and the ability to push this button. So.
Alright. And loan officer, word of the day.
Loan officer, okay. All right, it's Friday. I'm super excited today. Let's do this day, Omkar.
Yes, sir.
All right. I'm good. Microphone.